Nelly said that Zion had called her an Ajao. And Chinwe now stopped her in her tracks. Now said, no, he actually didn't call you a Ashawo. That's not the word. He said you're a pussypreneur. I'm like, God of mercy. What is the difference between Ashawo and pussypreneur? Because that's basically the same thing. Anyways, guys, another episode of the reunion, season 9 reunion of Big Brother Naija No Lose God season. Yes, tonight was all about friendship dynamics. We started with Wani and, of course, Onyeka. Then we moved on to Nelly and Chinwe. It was a kind of heated episode. Again, I think the editors have their work cut out for them. But I mean, I'm not gonna be bashing them because at least we got something this episode. So it started with Onyeka and Wani. Ebuka, just like a lot of us, asked the question, like, what exactly is going on? Like, one moment you guys are all friendly, and the next moment, like, all hell breaks loose. You guys are not. What exactly is the situation? Then when he started narrating, that she really did like Onyeka, but there was this like energy, the famous repelling energy she always talked about was pushing her, and she tried, and sometimes Onyeka will wake up and she would just carry face. She doesn't want to talk with anybody, and she says, oh, that Handy did not smile at her and all that stuff. And then Ebuka was like, okay, outside of the house, and she said, yeah, outside of the house, she knew that, okay, a lot of things were happening. She tried to like talk with Onyeka, invite Onyeka, even did videos. And I think she said she invited Onyeka to something and Onyeka was a no-show. And then the next morning during breakfast, she walked to where Onyeka was and was like, you are very rude. And she said that, according to her, she said that not in a place of anger or anything, but like, I mean, you did not honor my invitation. Now, when it was time for Onyeka to talk, Onyeka started talking about how in the house, there was a lot of jealousy going on. Before she talked about the whole jealousy thing, she said, I mean, they came in, they were good, but along the line, she realized that, okay, Wani, she was feeling that kind of energy from Wani too. And then the jealousy thing, that Wani was jealous of her. And Wani was like, why would I even be jealous of you? Like, why would I be jealous of you? And she said even Wani herself had said it. And that's when everything started becoming heated. Out of the blue, Onyeka started calling Victoria's name like that. Wani would come to her or go behind her to be saying stuff about her and Ozzy and still be calling Victoria Mrs. What's that thing again? Mrs. Mbadiwe. And then Wani was like, she never said that. And she asked Victoria, did I call you that? Even Ebuka asked Victoria and they were like, Victoria was like, you not really call me that. I'm like, we actually heard that. But anyways, go on. And that was where there was a whole lot of back and forth. Let me not lie to you guys. I think I'll have to watch it again. Because in the middle of all this person is talking, this person is talking. I could not really understand what is going on. Like, get straight to the point. Let's know the matter. What exactly is the problem? Because if you guys are really repeating what we know happened in the house, a lot of, like, both of you were lying at some point. Both Wani and Onyeka were lying at some point, right? Because Wani on her own was saying, oh, she opened up to Onyeka about her trauma, and then Onyeka took it to tell people, and Onyeka is like, I never told people, the only people I told was Chizoba and then your man. And when he was like, can't you see how weird it is? I told you about something and then you spread it out to the man I was dating, and then everything now boiled down to Nyash, Bunda, Ikebe. Yes. Why? Because Onyeka is saying, the person, your ex, and she later changed it to friend, how do I know? I mean, if you were smart, you would have asked, well, how did I know that, your man or your ex likes women with big bunda? And she started narrating, her own side, basically alluding that Wani was jealous of her because of her big bunda and her closeness with Shawn. Now, in all of this, Shawn is in the middle of this, right? And Shawn is sitting there, sipping his Guinness, looking all pretty. And he just there, sitting pretty. And for me, that was my annoyance. How dare they go against each other when the object, the main thing that is causing the issue, is sitting there, pretty? You see, that's why I actually like Nelly and Chinwe. I feel like they're more matured compared to Wani and Onyeka. I mean, look at the way both of them talked about this whole situation between them and how Zion was called out on his BS. But in the case of Wani and Onyeka, they were still defending Shawn. Even when Shawn was asked to talk about it, he was like, exonerating himself, like, oh, it's not him, that he tried to be the middleman. And Ebuka was like, okay, that this, did you actually tell Onyeka that you like women with big bunda, right? He was like, not directly, but he might have implied it. And Ebuka was like, okay, you are telling something to somebody that's close to you that fits that narrative. And he's like, he's never tried to try to date Onyeka or in a romantic whatever. And Ebuka was like, why didn't you create any boundaries? And he's like, I tried to know more people. Yes, Wani is the person he was dating in the house, but he tried to know more people because it's BBNAIJA and not Love Island. He didn't want to seclude himself. But still, the question remains, why didn't you create boundaries, right? And Wani, when she was asked, she said, okay, the thing is, she would really not think that Shawn was not loyal to her. Anyways, that's what she said. That she didn't think that Shawn was not loyal to her, and that, yeah, there are some conversations that he had with Onyeka that she felt like she wouldn't have had. But all in all, the issue she had with Onyeka has nothing to do with Shawn. And I'm like, are these babes serious right now? To be honest, all their insults, both, the one that Wani was throwing, because at some point Wani was really, really heated and he was trying to, tell her to calm down. I feel like it was uncalled for, because I feel like these are things that should have been resolved. Like, didn't we see both of them kicking together at the Mattel show the other time? Like, what's that? Like, both of them were lying at some point. I don't even want to get into that, because what I thought they would address isn't what they addressed. How I thought this whole thing would have gone isn't how it went. And again, Onyeka said that Wani has slut shamed her. And I'm like, when did Wani slut shame you? I guess this was the time that Onyeka came on Twitter to look for that video clip where Wani had said that I think Ozzy would sleep with her and dump her or something of that sort. Yeah, I think that was it. And again, Wani had said that Onyeka is really being a hypocrite, because she's saying that, okay, that Wani is jealous of the friendship that she and Shawn share, but on the same side, she is also jealous of the closeness of friendship between Victoria and Ozzy. Like, that's hypocritical, right? And Onyeka was like, I mean, that's my close friend, that's my bestie. I'm like, are we actually going to do that nonsense that we did in the house? Are we actually going to do it here? See, let me just tell you guys, both Wani and Onyeka had their point, but at the same time, both of them need to reevaluate. Like, their friendship is not a friendship. It's a fake friendship. It's not going to work. Let it just end. Let it just end, because what I thought would have more depth, there's no in-depth anything in whatever, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And the fact that they keep mentioning Ozzy and Victoria's name, yeah, they are not really serious to tell us what exactly is their issue. And Onyeka, I feel like not everybody, everybody can't be jealous of you. Like, we can't be dealing with this again in 2025 outside of the house. Like, please, save us now. In the house, it's almost like everybody is jealous of you. Even your own sister, you said she was jealous of you. Like, and Wani too, you also said stuff about Onyeka. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this. And the fact that my own annoyance in this whole thing is the way they were even pandering and defending Shawn. Anyways, away from that, the whole Chinwe situation and Nelly situation was addressed, and Nelly was really giving it to Chinwe. And I also like the way that Chinwe knows she messed up. She knows she effed up. She just, mellowed down. Okay, yeah, I actually messed up. I wanted to apologize and all that. I love that at the end of the day, there was an apology. It's sincere one, not that rubbish that Zion was doing. I don't know what that Zion is feeling like. I don't know who pumped him up so much to think that he's the best thing out after sliced bread, because isn't it? Calm down. Anyways, Chinwe apologized to Nelly. For me, that is actually the highlight. That's how, babes ought to resolve things, right? I love the way that they resolved the issue. Chinwe accepted that she was wrong. She apologized to Nelly wholeheartedly, and Nelly too accepted Chinwe's apology, and she did not accept Zion's apology, because what kind of backhanded apology is that one? And he was not like, I've apologized before. I cannot apologize. I'm like, go to hell. At this point, go to hell. You know, this is something I thought that Onyeka and Wani would come together and say, Shawn, now you be the bone of contention, because we all know it's Shawn. They're both fighting because of Shawn. One person is, like, oh, stay off my man. The other person is like, I can get him because I have a big bunda. That's it. And to be honest, can they extend this reunion, like the timing? This 30, it's not even up to 30 minutes because the adverts now, they did Lush Hair, they did Guinness, they did Dano. On top waiting. Like, I just feel like I still have to go back and rewatch because, I still really have to go back and rewatch because for me, it was okay. I mean, this episode was better than last night's episode, but still, could necessary could necessary at all. But I mean, it is what it is. Like Ibuka said, we are going to be having another episode tomorrow. We're still going to be, looking at outside of the house because again, that's part of the things that me I'm actually interested in because some of the things they're already talking about, we saw it in the house, except for this situation of Chinwe and Nelly of the gold jewelry that Chinwe had accused Nelly of stealing. I love the way that it was addressed because that was something that was never really addressed in the house. Another thing I would want them to address is the whole situation between Handy and Ben. Yeah. But outside of that, I feel like every other thing we've seen, then we actually want to see the dynamics outside of the house because we don't hear plenty things. Our ear don't hear plenty things that we really need clarifications on. Yes, guys. If you did watch it, what are your thoughts, especially between this whole situation between Onyeka and Wani? Let me know, who do you think is at fault here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezinnemwilliams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead. Bye, guys.